Hello everyone, this is Odessa Rose coming to you from beautiful downtown Baltimore. I'm here with Kim. Hi Kim. Who has some very interesting thoughts about my new novel, In the Mirror, which is scheduled for release on Saturday, September 10, 2011. In the Mirror is set in Baltimore and tells the riveting tale of Jasmine Falls, a physical therapist who goes against her good home training and becomes romantically involved with Daniel Roberts, a community organizer who is married and has 2 young children. Of course, Jasmine believes that Daniel will leave her and eventually marry her. But her best friend Candy is not buying that. Neither will her parents, who reared her to be open-minded but not stupid. Jasmine is desperate to prove to Candy and her parents that Daniel is in love with her, not his wife. So she does the unthinkable. Jasmine breaks into Daniel's house and spies on him with his family so that she can go back to Candy and her parents and say that she has seen with her own eyes that she and Daniel will one day share their lives together. Now Kim, you have some very strong thoughts about women who are involved with married men.
Well, what I think in terms of if a woman were to go that far and go against her home training is that when you go against what you've been raised to do, which is usually the right thing, if you have loving parents, it's not going to go well. And a woman that goes into, because that's what she's doing, she's going into someone else's marriage covenant when they promise before family and before God to honor and obey. Sometimes ladies, I think they might just need to remove that like they just did with the young prince and now princess, to honor and love and cherish, let's say. That when a woman goes against her upbringing, she's going into this person's marriage covenant and trying to tear that apart. She's getting into something that is none of her concern, and it's not going to go well if you're going against anything that God set up. As an old song, let no man put asunder. So, I have known some people in my life that have done that, and they believe where it's a lie all the way through, where it's set up by that man because he sees something enticing that he wants. And he's going to tell her pretty much anything. Ladies, we all know this, that depending on the man and depending on that strong desire of his to get you know what, he'll say anything to get what he wants. So he's going to feed her lies until she starts to believe it, thinking, well, oh, my marriage is not going well with my wife. Anything to just reel her in because he knows that he's dealing with a supposedly good girl. So say anything he needs to reel her in. And of course, lying to his wife whenever he's taking away from time spending with his wife and his children. So, dealing in terms of, I've spoken to the other woman before, and same exact situation as Candy's trying to dissuade her friend from getting into, is that this very friend did the same thing. That she knew this guy for a long time before he got married, but things didn't work out in terms of them getting into a relationship. Years later, she hooks up with this man, and he's already married with children, just like the heroine in this book. And she just felt the need to keep telling her friend, myself, so that she could rationalize the wrongdoing. She knew she was wrong, so she really had no reason to tell me about her sordid details of her affair with this man. It's not a relationship, ladies. If you're into an affair with a man, it's an affair, not a relationship, understanding, because you're intruding on something that's already been set up and established with the foundation. And this friend continued to just tell me, well, of course he loves me because he's loving when he's with me. Of course his wife is not there. So he's free to play. And it's just what he's doing. And it's not really right to do something like that because, again, you're intruding on someone else's relationship.
So you don't think that if it's the man that the woman, you know, he's the one that's married, you don't think that she's not breaking any rules, any laws, you know, she's not the one that's married.
Actually, she is. She's breaking rules because that's still a marriage covenant that was set up between that man and woman, so she's intruding on that relationship. And she's helping him to commit adultery, which is not right. So even though she's not the one that's entered into a marriage covenant, she's not in a committed relationship, she's still breaking rules because, again, she's intruding on that marriage covenant that's already been established. And they have more history than her and this man. She's just someone that's just coming into the situation because of her feelings, and she's not using logic. So she is wrong. and she is breaking the rules, even though she's not the one with the right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kim. And I look forward to your comments after the book is published.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
It's like I look forward to the release of your book September this year. Yay! So now she's got more than one book.
Yay!